Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for Mayor of Chippenham, Councillor Catherine McDermott.
Thank you. You can take a seat. I'd like to formally welcome you all to Chippenham Town Council's full council meeting. Please may I remind everyone that this public meeting is being streamed to YouTube and will be available there in the public domain for a period of 6 months. Can I remind all councillors to use their microphone when speaking and to raise their hands clearly and keep it raised when voting. Please ensure you are respectful of others in attendance at this meeting. Public question time. We have received no written public questions in advance of the meeting. Please can officers confirm if there are any members of the public present who have indicated they wish to speak?
There are none, Chair.
Who will start the meeting? Okay, so agenda item 1, election of the chair of the council, who should be known as the town mayor, 2026 to 27. I'm just going to give a little speech before I move on. So just before we move on to the first item, I just want to say a few words as my year as mayor. I've really appreciated the support I've received as mayor, as being a new mum at the time. Thank you, councillors, for giving me this opportunity, and would like to thank the officers for their support too. My confidence really has grown in the year. I'll say more at the mayor's investiture, so I won't keep you. However, I look forward to seeing future mayors in the upcoming year. It's a really cool job to do. So in accordance with the Standing Order 6.5, to select a chair of the council who shall be known as Town Mayor 2026 to 27, nominee Councillor Matthew Bragg, nominated by virtue of their role as Deputy Town Mayor 2025 to 2026. I'll move to the vote. Please can I have all the councillors in favour? I think that's unanimous. Lovely. Well, congratulations, Councillor Matthew Bragg. I would like to invite Councillor Bragg to the front to receive the mayoral chain and to take the chair.
Thank you, everyone. There we go. I haven't got any big long speeches either. I guess say that for next week, but I do fully respect the faith that you've given me as councillors of Chippenham, and it's not a role I take on lightly. So I will do my very best to serve as mayor for this wonderful town as best I can. Thank you. So, item 2, the declaration of acceptance of the office of Town Mayor. This is for me to sign the book. Yep.
Witnessing and having again get the 2 councillors who wish to.
Yep. I, Matthew John Bragg, having been elected to the office of Town Mayor of Chippenham Town Council, hereby declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties thereof to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code as to the conduct of which is expected of members of Chippenham Town Council. Right, well, that's being signed. We move on to item number 3, and this is for the election of the Vice Chair of the Council, who should be known as the Deputy Town Mayor for 26-27. In accordance with the Standing Order 6.5 to elect the Vice Chair of the Council, who should be known as Deputy Mayor 26-27, based on the following received nominations submitted at least 7 clear days before the meeting. We have one nominee, Councillor Nick Murray, proposed by Councillor Desna Allen and seconded by Councillor Matthew Bragg. So let's move to the vote. Can I see all those councillors in favour? I judge that as unanimous. Congratulations, Councillor Murray. Item 4, apologies for absence. To receive apologies for absence. Can officers please confirm if we received any apologies for absence?
We have none, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor. Number 5, declarations of interest. All members of the Town Council are reminded to declare any pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest they have in any businesses of the Council, its committees or subcommittees, in accordance with the latest approved Code of Conduct. Members are reminded to declare any dispensation granted in relation to any relevant matter. Are there any declarations of interest? No, not seeing any. No. Or interest? 6, Mayor's announcements. To receive announcements from the Mayor. Here we go. There have been 2 amendments to the agenda. Under item 14, Working Party and Forum appointment, the Charter Markets Working Party does not need to be reconstituted as its work was completed at the April meeting with recommendations to be made to the ACL committee. And second announcement, under item 15, representation on outside bodies, there is no requirement for a councillor representative for Waste Not, Want Not. But I do thank Councillor Wakeman for his work on that body. Next is to receive a list of engagements undertaken by the Mayor and Deputy Mayor since the last Council meeting held on Wednesday, 25th of March 2026. There's a copy of it attached, so the list there is just for information. Moving on to item 7, which is pages 11 to 18 in your packs. To receive the draft minutes of the Council held on the 25th of March this year, I propose a proposer and a seconder. Before I do that, any questions of accuracy on the minutes? No? Okay. Proposer, Councillor Allen, seconder, Councillor Cape. All those in favour? Thank you very much. Committee minutes. I will invite all councillors to raise any queries and questions on the work being undertaken by committees, purely for information only, and to receive the following. Amenities, Culture and Leisure Committee, the draft minutes of the meeting held on the 4th of March 2026 have been previously circulated. I hand now to Councillor Fiona McIntosh to present the minutes from the Amenities, Culture and Leisure Committee.
Thank you, Chair. I present the minutes of the ACL Committee meetings held on the 4th of March with all matters resolved. Thank you.
Thank you. Now moving on to Planning, Environment and Transport Committee. The draft minutes of the meetings held on the 12th of March and 2nd of April 26, previously circulated. I hand to Councillor Claire Cape to present the minutes from Planning, Environment and Transport Committee.
Thank you very much, Chair. Just to note that the wording is actually slightly different to what's in the text that you have in front of you. I present the minutes of the meetings held on the 2nd of April and the 23rd of April, and the draft minutes from the meeting held on the 7th of May. The 12th of March was presented at the last full council meeting, so I'm not presenting them again. Just to note that all matters were resolved. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councillor Cape. Moving on now to Strategy and Resources Committee, the draft minutes of the meeting held on the 8th of April 2026. I hand now to Councillor Desna Allen to present the minutes from the Strategy and Resources Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm happy to present the draft minutes of the meeting held on April the 8th, 2026. All matters were resolved.
Thank you. Item 9 on the agenda, Youth Council minutes. This is pages 19 and 20 in your pack. To receive the minutes from the Youth Council meetings held on the 3rd of March 2026. Information only. You have copies attached. Now we move on to item 10, which is the election of the leader of the council. This is to elect the leader of the council who shall serve as the chair of Strategy and Resources Committee. Any nomination for leader of the council must be proposed and seconded and voted upon in accordance with Standing Order 6.12b. Yeah, that's right. Moving on. So, could I ask, please, for nominations for the leader of councillor? Councillor Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I nominate Councillor Eric Wakeman.
Do I have a seconder? I see Councillor Clape's hand up.
Happy to second that proposal for Eric Wakeman. Thank you.
Thank you. Do I have any more nominations? Councillor Owen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to propose Councillor Nick Puntis for leader.
Do I have a seconder for that? I see Councillor David Poole. Any more nominations for the role of leader? None? Okay. Then let's vote. Okay, I'm going to do, first of all, votes for Councillor Eric Wakeman and then votes for Councillor Nick Puntis. So first of all, can we see a show of hands for Councillor Eric Wakeman, please? Okay, put your hands down. And now can I show a show of hands for Councillor Nick Puntis, please? So with the votes cast 16 for Councillor Wakeman and 7 for Councillor Puntis, I duly declare that Councillor Eric Wakeman is leader of Chippenham Town Council for the coming year. Congratulations, Eric. Next up, item 11, the election of the Deputy Leader of the Council. And this is to elect the Deputy Leader who will be Vice Chair of the Strategy and Resources Committee. Any nomination must be proposed and seconded and voted upon in accordance with Standing Order 6.12c. Could I ask, please, for nominations for Deputy Leader of the Council? I see Councillor Noroff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to nominate Councillor Fiona McIntosh.
Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor. Any more nominations for... Yes.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to nominate Councillor Nick Puntis.
Do I have a seconder for that? See down. Oh, 2 seconds there. Okay. Any more nominations? None? Right. In that case, I'll move to the vote. So the first vote will be for Councillor Fiona McIntosh. Can I see a show of hands, please? Put your hands down. Can I see a show of hands for Councillor Nick Puntis, please? And are there any abstentions, please? Councillor Scragg. So with 12 votes cast for Councillor Puntis and 10 votes cast for Councillor McIntosh, I duly elect Councillor Puntis as the Deputy Leader of Chippenham Town Council for the coming year. Congratulations, Nick. Right, here we go. Committee appointments, 12. So item 12 on the agenda. Let's just appoint the standing committees for the Town Council in accordance with Standing Order 6.12I. I will hand over to Mark, the Chief Executive, to read out the committee allocations and councillors to vote on each committee individually as they were read out. So first up, I think we have, what was it? Mark, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Amenities, Culture and Leisure Committee, political balance to be achieved. We require 12 councillors. That's Standing Order 16.2. We have the 12, Mr. Mayor, so I shall read them out. We have councillors Baisley, Dawson, Cartwright, Owen, Hall, Allen, Murray, Finlay, Nonhoff, McIntosh, McDermott and Bragg. That's the 12 councillors for the Amenities, Culture and Leisure Committee. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
So they are the nominations. Can I see a show of hands? All those in favour of those? I see that as unanimous. Okay, thank you very much. Moving on next to Planning, Environment and Transport Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We require 12 councillors again, political balance is to be achieved, Standing Order 16.2, and we require at least one councillor from each ward. We've met those requirements and we have the 12 councillors, Mr. Mayor. They are councillors Baisley, Murray, Cousins, Rutledge, Bragg, Cape, Robinson, Massey, McDermott, Scragg, Puntis and Poole. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Can I see a show of hands in favour of those? Great, thank you very much. Unanimous. Next up, we have Human Resources Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Human Resources Committee, again, 12 members are required. The committee should be politically balanced. We have those 12 members. They are councillors Scott, Owen, Cartwright, Finlay, Poole, Allen, Massey, Grimes, McDermott, Robinson, Nonhoff and McIntosh. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Can I see a show of hands in favour of that? Yep, okay, duly voted in, anonymous. Moving on to Strategy and Resources Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Strategy and Resources Committee. So this is slightly more complicated and we'll need to amend the list that I've currently got in front of me. So the leader automatically has a place on this committee and chairs the committee. The deputy leader automatically has a place on this committee and is the vice chair of the committee, and the mayor is also allocated a committee. The remaining 9 seats must be politically balanced. Now, the list that I've got in front of me, Councillor Puntis doesn't appear on that list, but he gets a place on that committee by virtue of the fact that he's deputy leader, and in fact he will be vice chair of that committee. So I would ask Councillor Puntis to swap with one of his Conservative colleagues to make way for him to have a place on that committee. That will therefore retain political balance.
Michael and David.
Yeah.
Councillor, sorry. At the moment, we do have councillors Owen and Poole on ESNA.
I will come off that committee then. Chair.
So Councillor Poole will give way and Councillor Puntis will assume his position on strategy and resources. So just bear with me for a second while I amend my list. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So we've achieved all the requirements.
Sorry, yes, Councillor Bang.
Sorry, did I hear that I'm on pet when Councillor Cousins is on pet as well? Is-
More than one person.
Oh, we're allowed more than one person. Okay, fine. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah, the last pet committee, we had everyone from Hunters Lane on that one.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So back to strategy and resources. We've met the requirements set down in standing orders. The leader automatically has a place on the committee, the deputy leader and the mayor. And the remaining 9 seats are now politically balanced. So the councillors on the strategy and resources committee are councillors Scott, Owen, Cousins, Grimes, McIntosh, Wakeman, Puntis, Rutledge, Hall, Bragg, Nothoff and Townsend. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Moving on now to Finance Subcommittee. So it's a vote first. All those in favour of that? Thank you. Yeah. Now moving on to Finance Subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Finance Subcommittee comprises of 9 councillors and is politically balanced. We have those 9 names being put forward. They are Councillor Scott, Owen, Poole, Rutledge, McDermott, Hall, Wakeman, Finlay and Nothoff. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Can we vote on that? All those in favour? Thank you very much. Next up is Grants Subcommittee, 9 councillors.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, 9 councillors and we must achieve political balance. We have those 9 councillors. They are councillors Owen, Cousins, Finlay, Grimes, Allen, Wakeman, McIntosh, Massey and Townsend. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Vote in favour? Give me a wave. Thank you very much. Next up is the Civic Subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We require 5 councillors on this committee. The Mayor is automatically chair. The Deputy Mayor is automatically vice chair. The remaining 3 seats must be politically balanced. We have the names before me and they are councillors Baisley, Murray, McIntosh, Townsend and Bragg. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I can vote on that. All those in favour? Thank you much. Hands down. Next up is the Neighbourhood Plan Monitoring Subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We require 5 councillors for this subcommittee. I have those 5 names in front of me. They are councillors Owen, Murray, Cape, Scragg and Robinson. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All those in favour, raise your hands. Okay, put them down. Thank you very much. That concludes item 12 on your papers. Yep. Moving on now to item 13, to consider a review of council governance. The councillors received a report from the Director of Democratic Services and Governance proposing an adoption of a minor amendments to standing orders as part of the annual review and re-adoption of the document. I'll hand over now to Heather Ray. Heather.
Thank you very much. So this report is to consider the adoption of minor amendments as part of the annual review, as just described. It is good governance to ensure they're always reflecting the practices of the council, and there are a very small number of changes required, which have been identified at the table in the report at 3.2. There's no specific implications of making these changes, and the recommendations are at section 10 of the report. Thank you very much.
Do I have any comments or questions from councillors? Not seeing any. No? Okay. So in that case, I'll need a proposer and a seconder for this. Councillor Cape, proposer, seconder, Councillor McDermott. Yep. And let's take that to vote. All those in favour? Carried. Right. Thank you very much. Moving on now to item 2 on that, which is the council to consider whether there should be any requirement to review the following documents. There should be clear requests for what reviews should focus on, and it is noted that officers have no recommendations for changes required at this time. And we're looking at the financial regulations and the code of conduct. Any queries or problems with those documents you need to know? Everyone happy with those? Good. In this case, then we'll vote to re-adopt those documents. I'll propose. Do I have a seconder? Yep, Councillor Wakeman. All those in favour? Marvellous. Thanks very much. Right, rattling along to item 14, which is the working party and forum appointments to reconstitute the following working parties. I'll hand over to officers.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First on the list is the Community Governance Review Working Party. Up to 9 councillors are required. I have 5 names in front of me. They are councillors Murray, McIntosh, Bragg, Scragg and Wakeman. We have 5, therefore we require up to another 4. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I see Councillor Clay. Councillor Clay, you.
I'll put my name forward for that one. Thank you.
And Steve as well. Yep.
Councillor Townsend, I'll put my name forward for that.
So we need 2 more. I see any hands volunteering?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Standing orders permit this working party to go ahead with 7 councillors. We have the 7 in front of us. They are councillors Murray, McIntosh, Bragg, Cape, Scragg, Wakeman and Townsend. That's 7 councillors on the Community Governance Review Working Party. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Right, moving on now to the Grants Working Party, to be made up from members from the Grants Subcommittee. Oh, before we move on to that, let's take the vote on that last one. So all those in favour of those? Yep, thank you, there's 7. Thank you. Now moving on to Grants Working Party.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Grants Working Party, up to 9 councillors made up of members of the Grants Subcommittee. I have those 9 names in front of me. They are councillors Owen, Cousins, Finlay, Wakeman, McIntosh, Grimes, Allen, Townsend and Massey. That's 9 councillors for the Grants Working Party. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Great. Can I see all those in favour? There we go. Thank you. Hands down. So now to fill out membership on the following forums. So I'll hand over to officers again.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the first one is Community Safety Forum. We require 3 members. We have 2 so far. We have councillors Allen and McIntosh. So we're looking for a 3rd member to serve on the Community Safety Forum.
I see Councillor Murray's hand up. Anyone else? And Councillor as well. Yep, so we have 2 nominations. So there's a couple of ways of doing this. So we've got 4 nominations, 3 positions. We all get 3 votes. So I could go around and say, can we all have votes for each one of those ones? And then we'll wait for the officers to count. I'm going to do it slightly differently. I'm going to go around each councillor and you just say which 3 you want nominating. And then we'll record that and add up the end. So I'll start with Councillor Allen. Yep. Yep. So the list of names are yourself, Councillor McIntosh, Councillor Robinson, and Councillor Murray. So, done 3, right? Councillor Wakeman.
Councillor Allen, Councillor McIntosh, and Councillor Murray.
Okay. Catherine.
Councillor Allen, Councillor McIntosh, Councillor Robinson.
Okay, councillor Clegg.
Thank you. Councillors Allen, McIntosh and Murray. Thank you.
Councillor Scragg. Yes, thank you. Yes, Alan, McIntosh and Robinson. Councillor Robinson.
Okay, councillor McIntosh, Murray and book a minute.
We can nominate.
And myself, Robertson, yeah. It's getting too confusing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Steve.
Councillor Robinson, Councillor Allen, Councillor McIntosh.
McIntosh, yeah. Councillor Hall. Right. Moving on, you. Could you put your mics on? Sorry, we have to record the votes. Sorry.
Yes. Councillors Allen, Councillor McIntosh and Councillor Murray.
Thank you. Next councillor.
Councillors Allen, McIntosh and Robinson.
Councillor Finlay.
Councillor Allen, Councillor McIntosh, Councillor Murray.
Councillor Scott.
Councillor Allen, Councillor McIntosh and Councillor Murray.
Councillor Beasley.
Yeah, same, thanks.
Alan McIntosh.
Councillors Allen, McIntosh and Murray. Ditto.
Yeah, thank you. Councillor Grimes.
Thank you. Councillors Allen, Councillor McIntosh and Councillor Murray.
Ditto.
Okay. Councillor Owen.
Thank you, Chair. Councillors Allen, McIntosh and Murray.
Councillors Allen, McIntosh and Murray.
Thank you, Chair. Allen, McIntosh and Murray. Thank you.
Seeing a theme.
Councillors McIntosh, Murray and Allen.
Oh, there's always one. And Councillor Massey.
Councillors Allen, McIntosh and Murray.
Thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Councillor Carr.
Thank you. Councillors Allen, McIntosh and Murray, please.
Thank you. So we should have quicker results. I don't know if that was quicker or slower. I'm hearing quicker.
Mr. Mayor, is ditto legal?
It's so I'll take advice on that.
I think the test would be did the officers understood what was said, and I believe the officers did understood what was said. Technically, it would have been better if councillors had given the full 3 names, but I think as long as the officers are confident that doing the recording, they captured the names and that they understood what ditto meant. I think we should be okay with that, but not ideal.
The results are in. Coming in 3rd place, Councillor Nick Murray. Coming in 2nd place, Councillor Philane McIntosh. And top of the shop, Councillor Desna Allen. Congratulations. As you all voted for that, I haven't got to ask you all to put your hands up again, so that's all good. So of those 3, who do we want to nominate as chair of that? I will nominate Councillor Allen and make it nice and quick.
And I will second that.
Right. Thank you. Yes. Right, fine. So I don't see any nominations for chair of that group, so put that to the vote. Those in favour, put your hands up. Great, that was good. Thank you very much. Next up, we have Community Environment Forum.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. 3 councillors are required for the Community Environmental Forum. I have 2 names before me, Councillor Townsend, Councillor Robinson. Therefore, we need another councillor to fulfil the 3 councillors on this forum. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I'm seeing Councillor Scott. Any other nominations? Good. Sorry, was that, yes, Councillor Rutledge? Yeah, okay, so we have 4 again for 3 positions. So, and the 3 names format is quicker. So we're going to do that again. So the nominations, the names are, do you want to just refresh me? But Scott, Rutledge, Robinson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the nominees for the 3 places, we have 4, Councillor Townsend, Councillor Robinson, Councillor Scott and Councillor Rutledge. And I ask for no dittos this time. If you can please express the 3 names clearly that are your preference. Thank you. Read them again, of course.
Yeah, I'll read them.
Yeah.
Right, so it's Councillor Townsend, Councillor Robinson, so that corner, Councillor Scott and Councillor Rutledge. So those are the 4 names you can vote for. You can only vote for 3 of them. So rapid fire, 3 names. Hope the officers can keep up. Councillor Allen.
Councillor Robinson, Councillor Rutledge and Councillor Townsend.
Councillor Wakeman.
Councillor Townsend, Councillor Robinson and Councillor Scott.
Councillor Rutledge, Councillor Townsend, and what was the other? Councillor Robinson.
Just for clarity, I'd written all 4 names in my book for Catherine to see. My proposals would be Councillors Rutledge, Townsend and Robinson. Thank you.
My nominations are Councillor Scott, Townsend and Robbins.
My nominations are Townsend, me, Robinson and Rutledge.
My nominations are Rutledge, Robinson and myself.
My nominations are Councillor Robinson, Rutledge and Townsend.
My nominations are Rutledge, Townsend and Robinson.
My nominations are Robinson, Townsend and Scott.
My nominations are Robinson, Rutledge and Scott.
Having attended the committee multiple times as myself, Councillors Scott, Rutledge and Townsend. Thank you.
I'll go for Townsend, Scott and Rutledge.
I wish to vote for just 2 candidates, Councillor Scott and Councillor Rutledge.
Councillors Rutledge, can we just pause a minute? Hang on. Yeah, sure. So do you have yours? We'll just have Declan's again. So sorry, Declan, do you want to say yours again?
Apologies. I'd like to vote for Townsend, Scott and Rutledge.
And I will. And Councillor Cousins as well. So have yours again, your 2.
Yeah, Scott and Rutledge.
Okay. Councillor Murray.
Yeah, Councillors Townsend, Scott and Rutledge.
Councillor Grams.
Councillors Robinson, Rutledge and Scott.
Councillor Robinson, Councillor Townsend and Councillor Scott.
Thank you, Chair. Councillors Rutledge, Robinson and Scott.
Councillors Rutledge, Robinson and Scott, please.
Councillors Rutledge, Townsend and Scott.
Councillors Scott, Rutledge and Robinson.
Councillors Rutledge, Townsend and Robinson.
Councillors Rutledge, Scott and Robinson.
Thank you very much. Just getting the final results. It's like Eurovision, isn't it? Bienvenue, Chippenham. Okay, you have duly elected councillors Townsend, Robinson and Rutledge. Thank you very much. Now move on to voting nominating a chair for that committee. Do I have any nominations? Councillor Rutledge? You can. Do I have a seconder from that committee? Okay, yep. So Councillor Townsend to chair. All those in favour? Lovely, thank you. Next up, we have item 15. Thank you for your patience on that, by the way. Representation on outside bodies. This is to review the existing representation on outside bodies the council has supported if required, to appoint councillors to relevant positions in outside bodies, and the copy of the requirements are attached. So I'll hand over to officers to read out the outside body allocations.
Thank you very much. So the first set of nominations are for Wiltshire Council appointments. The first one is the Chippenham and surrounding villages area board. We've received one nomination, but there are two places. There's one vacancy. We currently have Councillor Jeremy Hall, so we'd be looking for one more councillor. Thank you.
Who else would like to sit on area board? That isn't a councillor. Oh, okay, councillor, all right, and councillor, go back. Yep. So we've got two.
So obviously that's two more nominations. So I'd just ask if any of those three would like to step aside. Are you sure? Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise we'd go to a vote, but if you're happy to do that, yeah.
Right. So
just
we'll just vote on those two nominations. So all those in favour, raise your hands. Thank you.
The next one is the Local Highway and Footway Improvements Group. We have one nomination and one place. We have Councillor Steve Townsend, although we do advise that councillor should either be on the PET committee or attend those relevant planning committee meetings. So we just look for that commitment. So I don't think you're on the planning committee at the moment.
Yep. Any more nominations for LHVIG? Not seeing any. Okay. We'll take that to vote. All those in favour? Congratulations, Councillor Townsend.
Thank you. Next one is the Chippenham Local Youth Network. We have two places and we currently have one nomination. That's Councillor Catherine McDermott. So there is one vacancy.
Seeing Councillor Scott. Any other nominations or volunteers? No. Okay. All those in favour of those two people? Thank you. Moving on, next one.
Thank you very much. There are some honorary roles just to note. So the Rotary Club of Chippenham is at the Mayor's discretion to decide, as is the Lions Club of Chippenham, the Chippenham Sea Cadets, the Mayor in their capacity of Honorary President, and then the Chippenham Twinning Association, the Mayor again in their capacity as Honorary President, and there is a vacancy for one other councillor, and we haven't had any nominations yet.
And so, yeah, nominations for being on the Chippenham Twinning Association. Councillor Scragg, and did I see Councillor Nonnell's hand go up? You can probably go along anyway, I wouldn't worry. Right, okay, so Councillor Scragg. All those in favour, raise your hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The next one is the Wiltshire Association of Local Councils, WELC, and we have one nomination, Councillor John Scragg.
Any other nominations for WELC? Not seeing any. Okay, all those in favour of John Scragg? Thank you very much. Moving on.
Next one, Friends of Chippenham Station. There's places for 3 councillors. We've received 2 nominations, Councillor Nick Murray and Councillor John Scragg.
Anyone else want to be on the? Yep. So Councillor Cape. Some. Okay. All those in favour of those 3 people? Councillors, sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The 403 Sustrans Route Working Group. We have one councillor nominated, Councillor Jeremy Hall, and that is one place.
Any other nominations for that group, the Sustrans group? Not seeing any. Okay, all those in favour? Thank you very much. Next one.
The Chippenham Community Area Parish Forum. There is one place for one councillor. We don't have any nominations.
Chippenham Area Community Parish Forum. Do I see any? Yes. Councillor Finlay. Anyone other nominations? No. All those in favour, Councillor Finlay? Thank you very much. Next one.
Okay, the Pewsham Waterside Strategy Steering Group. There's one place and one nomination. It's Councillor Claire Cape.
Any other nominations? No. Those in favour of Councillor Claire Cape? Thank you very much.
Thank you. We then have an external one which the council has to vote upon. It's for Mrs. Utterson's Almshouses, and council is being asked to consider supporting the following appointments: Miss Jenny Budgell and Mr. Chris Higman to be trustees until otherwise notified.
That's just a vote, that one. So all those in favour, raise your hands. Okay, thank you very much.
That's all the ones to vote upon, so well done. There's just a couple for information only, but they were circulated with the pack.
Lovely, thanks for that. Now moving on to item 16, the general power of competence. Chippenham Town Council resolves from the 13th of May 2026 until the next relevant annual meeting of the council that, having met the conditions of eligibility as defined in the Localism Act of 2011 and SI 965, the Parish Council's general power of competence and prescribed conditions order 2012 to adopt the general power of competence. I will move that to the vote. I will propose it. Do I have a seconder? Yep, see Councillor Wakeman. All those in favour, raise your hands. Thank you very much. Moving on now to item 17, items for communication. To consider any items for communication from this meeting. Do I have any suggestions from councillors for items of communication? No? Okay, lovely. And then consider any questions or actions to refer to the Youth Council for their debate or opinion. Do we have any questions or actions for the Youth Council? Not seeing any hands. Okay, moving on to item 18, date of the next meeting. The next meeting of full council will be held at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, the 17th of June, 2026. And I now declare this meeting closed. Thank you, everyone.